talk. So I've just done the texture for my character, this one, and you will have seen me in the video, how I just very quickly filled the shapes with watercolor, and I'm not too careful at this stage because this is just creating the textures, so I'll take any mistakes that happen with me happily, that's all fine, and then the main work will be done on Photoshop. I just scanned in both of them, so my pictures are still here in the scanner stock. I just wanted to show you the pig that's made for, the texture that is made for the piggy. This is the one with the straw, and the plan is to make also the piggy with the sticks and the one with the bricks. Alright, and this is all gonna go in the portfolio. So the piggy for with the sticks is here. I think yeah, I might show a little bit more in detail in a second. And yeah, I'm just going to develop a couple of faces. I haven't thought too much about how they would actually interact in the story, so it could be one of the things I have to do next, because I'm planning to have them then also ready to go actually in the portfolio, and it would be nice to have like the scene or something. So either the wolf blowing one of the houses down, or the pigs maybe running off to one side. Yeah, that's just a very short image. It's going well so far. I've had a bit of motivation low, and yeah, just how did I overcome it? Yeah, to be professional, let's say it like this. I have to do it. Okay, what's the next bit? I am preparing now this one page. I don't know if you can see. I'm staring a little bit at the picture. Staring this page, and I have some footage of how I was drawing it, and some bits. I'm not sure if I have it at all. So I will keep doing these drawings and take recordings of it, so you can see how it actually happens. It's quite long. It takes sometimes long to get the right shapes out, because just not very sure with the hand yet. Yeah, so I'll keep doing this one. I want to fill up the page, and then if I can manage to make another texture for this little piece. So maybe I'll change a little bit the colors, because now it's just pink all the time. Maybe that's a bit boring, so maybe I'll do it a little bit more beigey, or I don't know really where to go from there. Maybe browny or yellowy. Just, yeah, there's some options. I have some options. I'm going to explore them. Yeah, keep filming. Okay, so now this is the digital part of the process. I'm putting the sketches and drawings together with textures, and I correct the lines and correct the textures, so you'll see everything a bit fast forward. So this is now the piggy that built the straw house. And while I'm doing this in the background, I thought I'll talk a little bit about my ideas, how I'm preparing this portfolio. So what I did is I took my old one, had a bit of a look in it. It was kind of not changing for years and years. So I went and wrote down what I imagine how my portfolio should look like when I open the pages. Just imagining what I want to see in there. So I wrote down like the introduction sentence. I open my portfolio and this is what I imagine I can see there. A character with all facial expressions. It's a character design and all is in pencil, one is in color, and it is strong in anatomy, good use of shapes but still realistic size, similar to animations. Colors are subdued like an animation, grad shadow work. Right, so that's what I would imagine. Then I looked at my portfolio and I could see, and this is what I wrote down, my portfolio as it looks like since 2019. Lovely characters and cute, but not consistent between the looks. So, meaning from page to page or from pose to pose, they were not really convincing the same. It was not convincing that it was the same character. Anatomy is lacking consistency. So, like too long arms than short arms, depending on the pose. The body proportions different whether it is a small drawing or if I scale up the drawing. The size of the characters, so means is it a child of a certain height and then does the height change throughout the pictures? The color handling is not consistent. Between the books, the faces are very different. See how the eyes are drawn. This comes from the fact that I was desperately trying to find a style, thinking that is going to save me or made me stand out. But I've learned a little bit better, so. Right. Then I wrote down as well that I have strong line work in the sketches, and there is a lot of dynamic, and it looks nice. Like, I like how it looks. But then when I copy it onto paper and do the coloring, it just loses a lot of this. I feel like in all my books I could see how the character was stiffened up a little bit, so, and I did not understand what it was. Yes, it says sketches a lot of dynamics, but stiffens up when painted in color. Shapes change a lot, and the characters turn cloddy. As I wrote down, very good control of watercolor skills. Both colors are not popping or working and are all over the place, so it's just very colorful. So, with these two things, what I imagine and what I see, I was able to give myself clear instructions on what I want to work on. And so this is how the portfolio diaries came around. I wanted to have the characters consistent when I changed the facial expressions. I wanted the anatomy to be clear and consistent, so the poses are really showing a same body type. They're not suddenly growing longer, taller, or anything. And the other thing that really blew my mind, I blew my own mind actually. Why not just take the sketches that are so good and that shows so dynamic, and just use them as the line art. So this way the watercoloring became secondary in my head, and I wanted to double down on the thing that I'm really strong with, and that is the line art, basically. So that will carry from now on most of my sketches, most of my paintings. This is why this piggy right now, that you can see as well, you can still see the sketch, the drawing from underneath, and the watercolor is basically worked on digitally. So I have this texture to give this the natural feel that everyone's looking for. But I'm not going to spend lots of time on getting all the shadows right and all the coloring right when this is going to be secondary of the whole picture, right? So when I realized it's the sketches that are strong, and I could just double down on the sketches and make them really good, and I have a lot of control on how the face looks like in the sketches, then I could just carry this over into the actual work and make them primary and the watercolor the secondary. So I want to spend more time on getting the drawings right with all the lovely dynamics and everything, and that the coloring in process is the add-on, really. Yeah, so yeah, the baby really happy. And that's how the whole portfolio diary started. So for a start, it's to have all these new pictures in there, because I haven't really updated it for years now. And the second is to work out on this new technique, to bring my strength out. And I think that will ultimately also set me apart, rather than me trying to copy other styles or like types. I will have this, my own strength will be my own style then, and it will just come. Yeah, so I'll just finish off these piggies for now, and I will show you the final piece after this coloring. I really hope you liked this video this time, and I hope you come back for the next video.